What's up guys, it's BlackBus91 coming to you with a Naruto discussion video, and the topic of this video will be Sasuke Rinnegan versus Madara's Rinnegan. And I'm going to point out some things that I find similar to both of their Rinnegans. Now, in recent chapters we've noticed the power between Sasuke and Madara, both having the reincarnation and incarnation of Indra's spirit and also chakra. Now, with these newfound powers come interesting power sets. We know that Madara, obtaining the power of the Sage, he has two Rinnegas that he possessed. But not only that, he also consumed the power of the Shinju, the Jubi, and Kaguya. All three entities into one body. Sasuke, he received the power-up of the Sage himself in the other world, and he got a Rinnegan in his left eye. Now, with this being said, with Madara having both Rinnegans and the Shinju and Kaguya and Jubi inside of his body, he also awakened a third Rinnegan. But this Rinnegan is actually somewhat similar to the Jubi's slash Kaguya, and kind of like Sasuke's Rinnegan. The Rinnegan on his forehead when he took off the piece from his head. So Sasuke's and Madara's Rinnegan, they both look similar in that fashion, as far as they both possess similar Rinnegans in one place or in one fashion. But the thing with Sasuke's Rinnegan, I don't know if it's the same color, if it is red or purple. We'll have to find out about that. Kishimo's going to have to color that and show us what kind of color it is to kind of see if the two are similar in that fashion. But they both do look the same. Madara's looks more closely to the Jubi's, but yeah, that's one of the things that kind of like intrigued me. Another thing about Madara's power is that we know that he can use Limbo, and Limbo is can be used within the Limbo world. There's another dimension that allows his doppelgangers to move freely within using his eye prowess. But we also see Sasuke using his Rinnegan to perceive in that world, seeing where every Madara shadow is. What the normal eye can't perceive, his Rinnegan eye can perceive that. So I'm thinking probably their powers are similar in that fashion, where they both can perceive the Limbo world. It wasn't really clarified with Madara as far as that he can see in the Limbo world, but him using the Limbo technique, it's safe to assume that he can perceive in this world. Another thing that I want to point out is that Sasuke, we all assumed that once he got the power from the Sage, and we all knew that this awakening happened by him getting the chakra of Hashirama. Basically, Hashirama having the being the reincarnation and incarnation of Asura as well, and having his chakra and spirit, well, more so his chakra, it allowed Sasuke to awaken the Rinnegan. But we thought, like I said, two Rinnegans. He had got one. That's very significant. And his other eye is a regular Sharingan. I don't know if it's the same regular Sharingan, Three Tomos, or is it a more powerful, more potent Sharingan. So he has one Rinnegan eye, and Madara, even though he has two, he has a special Rinnegan that's one. So I'm thinking there is some kind of connection between that. I'm not sure what it is, aside from the fact that they both have Indra's chakra and being reincarnations of Indra. Another thing, the powers. I mentioned Limbo, but also, does Sasuke have his own Limbo? Now, we know that Sasuke can move within a certain space with his Rinnegan. He can transport himself from point A to point B anywhere in the space of his Rinnegan, or he can replace himself with an object. We've seen him do that to Madara using his sword that he threw at Madara. It was by a tree or by Naruto, and when Madara came right for Sasuke to get his Rinnegan, oh, that would make a perfect fit, he switched spots with his sword. So that was something interesting. Can Madara do the same thing? we don't know. You know, we still don't know the full extent of the Rinnegan, so we'll have to get clarified on that. So, does Sasuke have kind of like a Limbo world power as well? It's not, we're not sure, but that's interesting. I think I touched up on Madara's power. Another thing, him using the infinite Tsukuyomi. Now, we all know that in last week's chapter, he used the infinite Tsukuyomi onto the moon to cast a genjutsu, to actually mirror the genjutsu off and cast it upon the world. With this plan going in motion, will Sasuke be able to get caught in this technique? Because remember, he is the only one in the series, aside from Nagato, well, aside from the Sage, that has the Rinnegan. Will he be able to counteract Madara's infinite dream with his Rinnegan? One or two things can happen. One, Sasuke gets caught in the infinite Tsukuyomi, and as he's in the dream, with him having his newfound powers in the Rinnegan, he could probably be able to break out using his eye prowess power. So he'll be in the dream, break out with his Rinnegan, and then come to fight Madara and have that end off with them, or maybe break out Naruto. The second thing that could probably happen is that Madara casts the jutsu onto the moon, and everyone gets caught in the technique except for Sasuke, because he possessed the Sage of Six Paths Rinnegan. Now that's something to think about. Just seeing these two Uchihas, which Uchihas are my favorite clans because their eye powers are amazing. I know a lot of people call it the Shari Rinnegan because it looks like a Sharingan fused Rinnegan. But how similar are they with their powers? I'm really puzzled or interested by this. But yeah, that's my take on it as far as the eyes, how they look similar. They both possess Indra's chakra. What kind of techniques do they have? Are they similar in a way? Can you infer from that? And possibly, how will Sasuke counteract against the infinite Tsukuyomi? And also, which Rinnegan do you think is stronger? Yes, Madara outnumbers Sasuke's Rinnegan by 3-1. But Sasuke's Rinnegan alone has allowed him to stab Madara, cut him in half, and also bring Naruto and him together, or bring Madara into both of their Sage, Chidori, and Rasengan. So Sasuke is no one to mess with. So if you guys have any thoughts on this, leave me a comment in the comment box, in the comment section below. Send me a video on this video response, or if you can't do a video response on YouTube, send me a video on my Facebook fan page, BlackBoss91. The link will be in the description box below. And rate this video, and if you like it. And this is BlackBoss91 signing out.